Whoa.
Big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
I'm going to show you how to make Parmesan chicken barbecue style. You must have heard about Parmesan chicken, and if not, I don't know what if not. Then you're probably not from the US. Parmesan chicken is like a thing where you put chicken together with a pasta sauce and put a lot of Parmesan cheese on top. And we're making exactly that. But this is a typical American dish, and I'm going to unify it with another typical American dish, and that's called barbecue. And the story all starts with this chicken. This is a beautiful free-range chicken that has been allowed the time to grow up, build up a good amount of fat, and that's going to make my meat extra tasty. And I'm gonna take this chicken and turn it into a frog chicken. First I'm gonna make an incision in the legs and spread them out. I'm gonna make a cut to separate the breastbone from the backbone. And then all it takes is just a little bit of force to spread it out and make it completely flat. And now it looks kind of like a frog. And that's where the name comes from. Frogged chicken, of course, perfect for the barbecue. And you know why? Because you got a lot of surface, easy to grill, and you got the bones exposed. I know you've been blown away by that, but that's not the end of the story right here. I'm gonna make a recipe for it so we can enjoy it and have a lot of fun with this chicken. And the first step is to marinate it. And marinating, I just mean a little bit of salt and pepper that's gonna go on this chicken. Drizzle on some olive oil. And that olive oil is going to help to make the herbs stick, and at the same time it's going to help to marinate. Of course, we're going to season this chicken on both sides. Of course, it's not just going to be salt and pepper, it's going to be a lot more. I got some fresh thyme that I want to add to this chicken, and basically, since we're making chicken parmesan, I want this to be as Italian as possible. And thyme and rosemary, that's what we're going to add, grows in Italy and it's everywhere. Wild thyme, wild rosemary. Now pluck the rosemary and chop it all fine. Now chop fine 2 garlic cloves, and the easy way to do it is just slam it and then it all explodes. Peel the garlic, chop it fine. Mix it with a little bit of olive oil. Spread half of it on the inside of the chicken. Fold it back up and then put the rest underneath the skin of the chicken. That way you get the flavor where it needs to go. A little incision in the skin of the legs, that marinate in. And rub the rest of what's left from your board and just go to town. Now we got a beautiful, well-seasoned chicken. Looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna fold it back up, then stick it in a Ziploc bag. Close it up and put it in the fridge. After 4.5 hours of marinating, it's time to grill our chicken. And we're going to be cooking it on the Napoleon Prestige Pro. I will be grilling this chicken over direct heat. So I'm going to turn on all 4 burners. And before my grill becomes hot, I'm going to put the chicken on and then open it up and cook it frogged style chicken. Now it's set up with the skin towards the fire and with the most meat poured towards the fire as well. So basically all the heat's coming to the skin, turning it crispy, cooking the meat, and the bones are on the top side. The skin will keep in the juices, making this meat extra tasty and juicy, and only by the end of the cook we will just flip it around and cook the bone side. I'm gonna close the lid and let the barbecue do its job. And in the meantime, I will be making a sauce, a delicious sauce that belongs to Parmesan chicken. All you need is a pan over the fire, and the first thing to go in is the Italian version of bacon called pancetta. I'm going to cut it into thin strips, fry it and let it become crispy. Once the pancetta is golden brown, chop up some garlic and add it to the pan. Fry it shortly so it releases its flavor, but don't brown the garlic. Add 400 grams of passata, also known as tomato pulp. Add half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. Let the tomato pulp fry until it reduces by 1/3. The tomato sauce now reduced by 1/3, it becomes more and more thick. And that's exactly what we need for the Parmesan chicken. We don't want watery tomato juice running away from the chicken. We want it to stay on top, so it needs to thicken and it needs to have that intensified flavor. And the last step that we're gonna do is add a little bit of fresh oregano. Now the sauce is done and I'm taking it off the fire until our chicken is ready. Now let's check on our chicken because that's not gonna be long. See what the skin looks like. Oh yeah, That's starting to look good. A little bit of that Maillard effect. It still has a long way to go because I want a core temperature of 72 degrees Celsius. The reason why you should always listen to sound is because you want to hear if you're starting to get flare-ups. And I just got this flare-up in time. We got a little bit of black, but that's okay. But it means it's time to flip this chicken. I'm also going to tone down the heat in this grill a little bit. I'm going to turn off the center burners, and now I created an indirect zone in the center of this grill. It's still freaking hot, but we're not getting any more flare-ups. So I'm going to leave it as it is for a while, and then every now and then I'm going to turn it back on just to get that crunch and get that flavor in the chicken. Once I got a beautiful crunch on all sides of this chicken, and it's nice and juicy and cooked to the temperature that I want it to be, this thing is ready. So I'm moving it over and I'm creating an indirect zone. Now, as you can see, I've got a hot zone created right there, so I could cook my chicken breast a little further because they weren't done yet to the specification that I wanted. So I moved it over there. I had the leg sitting on one side. Plus, what I'm trying to say is just play around with your food until it's cooked to perfection. This is not a set it and walk away thing. This is something you want to stand next to and make it absolutely perfect. First, I'm gonna reheat my sauce, get it nice and warm. Then with the belly side up, I'm gonna load that chicken with a tomato sauce. Spread it all out and make sure that thing is fully covered. Finishing it off with a beautiful Parmesan cheese, and I want to see loads of it on there. No other cheese than Parmesan cheese on Parmesan chicken. It's been another 10 minutes and yes, the cheese melted, and Parmesan cheese doesn't melt crazy. It just becomes like this dry, crispy crust on the outside, which in itself is freaking delicious. So this looks absolutely amazing. Let's get this off the grill, let it rest, and then slice into it. Whoa, beautiful sauce under that cheese, juicy grilled chicken. This is literally some of the best chicken I've seen in a long time. Look at how juicy that is. Crunchy skin, beautiful sauce, cheese.
Oh, I love Italian food, and man, this looks amazing.
Oh. This is so good. Frog Parmesan chicken on the grill. We got this thing figured out. Let's just be in the backyard with the grill. Flavors come together. Exciting things happen. Juicy chickens are on the grill with melting cheese and Italian style sauces. Freaking delicious, man.
Yes. All I can say is yes. You need this. You need this in your life.
This is one of those dishes that makes you just smile when you bite into it. Eating with your hands is something primal. Getting all of that juices running over your face is just freaking delicious.
Yeah, man, you nailed this.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then let us know. Leave us a thumbs up and a comment down below. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
And keep on making Parmesan chicken on the
Yes,
barbecue.
on a barbecue.
It's way better that way.
And don't miss out on that Parmesan cheese.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna move out for the next video.
Woo. Oh.